Thank you. Stay together. What's good, my people, my peeps? How you guys doing on this lovely Sunday? What's good with you? Y'all get on in here. Oh, they had the pond fishing. How nice. How nice. I think that's a catch and release pond. Y'all get in here. We're gonna have a slow down, come around this curve, sis. We are gonna have an open mic night. Y'all get in here, and then we're gonna go also and chill out and get some. Well, it's kind of cloudy out here today. Yeah, they trying to block out that heat. I ain't mad at you sometimes. That heat is a buster. Woo! That heat don't play. So they trying to block it out today. I guess. But y'all, hey, y'all get in here because we're gonna have a discussion, honey, about there's supposed to be something going down on the 4th tomorrow. Eh, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's what's been said that something is supposed to go down. But y'all get in here because we're gonna talk about some chips. Okay, y'all know I've been to one of my favorite stores. I am not gonna stop saying it's one of my favorite stores just because we got perps, that watch and try to go do they dastardly deeds. But yeah, we're gonna talk about some chips from the Dollar Tree. I wish I had I should have brought me a doggone blanket so I could. Do I have a blanket? I might get a blanket out and act special, y'all, and sit out and lay out on the blanket. I hope y'all think the ants will eat me up? We are at the park, guys. Hey, Tanya, what's good, honey? It's a beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope the weather's good. Yay, ha, ha. You can't find no parking space behind me. I'm teasing up. She don't show me. Uh, is the weather good? You go up through. Come space. You gotta come through. Come out. I'm gonna back up some more because he don't want to come out, y'all. Yeah, I'm just getting in here. I'm just getting to the pond. Oh, he's gonna parallel park, honey. Y'all see this? He's gonna parallel park. I don't know if you have to see the white truck over there. He's gonna parallel. Hold on, let me put y'all back up here for a minute. He said, I'm about to get my picture. I don't know what you heard. Come on out. Oh, now he want to come out, y'all. We will tell out. I'm not leaving this area. Go now. You ain't getting no pics. Lexus. Yeah, I'm talking about you in your face. And all you can do is turn around, huh? Let me stop. We're going to have a talk, y'all. This going to be a good one. I'm not going to try to hold y'all too long, okay? The weather is cloudy. Hold on. Let me put you, first of all, when you greeted everybody when you came in the room, I appreciate that Tanya's in the building. Trying to back up a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Let me give him some space to get out of here. All right. Let me get my props for today. It's an open mic night. It's an open mic night, y'all. We're going to talk about some things. Let me see. Should I take my blanket? Let me put y'all on the stick. That man, the Perp and his family. Perp family try to get behind me, y'all. Take me a snack, too. Get a battery pack. Y'all get ready. Tanya greeted everybody. She said the weather is kind of cloudy. Tanya, it's kind of cloudy here, too. Let me turn off the car real quick. Open the door. Show me what you're made for.
Should I get a blanket or should I sit on a bench? I might just sit on a bench. I won't get ate up by the creatures. Hold on. Hold on. We are at the duck pond. Oh, I should have brought that. I had some like bread. I probably had to throw it away. Y'all. Come on, we gonna get ready. Hey, Zeph, I'm coming here and talk crazy, Zeph. What you saying? Let me see what you saying. Hold on. I can't see what you're saying yet. I ain't ready. I'm in last place. I ain't set up yet, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to get all my little props and everything together because we're gonna go out here and have a discussion. I probably take some lip gloss too. You know what? Have y'all ever went on trips? I'm the worst person to pack some stuff to go on a trip. I helped a lady today, honey. She was like me. I had to help her. Let me get out the car. I had to help her, y'all. She was overpacked like a mug. I know they charged her at least about $300 for each of those bags she had. See, I'm old school. We don't pack light, honey. These y'all nowadays, when y'all travel, y'all pack everything. Y'all get it in a book bag. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all where we at. Hold on, Zeph. I'm gonna read your comments. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all where we at. But it's hold on, Lord. I'm hitting the wrong. Y'all know I like StreamYard. Let me not talk bad about Stream. I like StreamYard. I just don't like their assets. So when I have to turn stuff around, it just takes too long. Okay? So camera. Come on. Back. Okay, so we're at the park. We're at the duck pond for this open discussion. Y'all see it's gorgeous. I don't know if I should get my did I bring my pointer? I don't know if I should get me a little blanket and sit out here, y'all. Did anybody say I should get a blanket? You can go sit over there by the ducks. The ducks probably come attack me. Let me see. Let's see what y'all saying. Should I get me a blanket and sit out by the ducks? Let's see. Go back. Hold on. Let me take my stunners off. So I can see what y'all saying. It's your favorite baby, Zaddy. Let me stop. You my zaddy. Okay, y'all ain't told me if I should get the doggone blanket. Oh, duck pond. I thought you said DEFCON. This doggone Zeph crazy. Let me put my stunners on. Should I give a blanket? You know what? I'm gonna sit on this bench, and if I think about give me some ambiance. If I think about going and challenging the ducks today, we may go over and sit on the lawn. We may go sit on the lawn with the ducks. Okay? But right now, y'all let me know how the audio is, guys. Let me know what the audio do. If the audio is doing, okay? Y'all let me know while I get my stuff together, while I get set up. Cause we by the water. Y'all see the water? Beautiful ambiance. It's gorgeous. But I don't know if the waterfall is too loud. I think is the water too loud? Get the blanket. Y'all, I'm scared the ducks might get me. They might think I'm a piece of bread and try to eat me. They might think I'm a piece of toast bread with butter. They might think I'm a piece of toast bread with butter. You know, this toasted bread, and you know it's been hot, so my skin been glistening. You know what? Let me get the blanket. These ducks come attack me. Who's gonna come save me? these ducks come attack me, who gonna come save me? I do have a blanket, y'all. I'm gonna get the blanket. I'm gonna be bold today. Hold on. No, why not? I can get my props back up. Y'all just hang tight. Come on in, because it's going to be a discussion, my friend. Battery pack trying to act up. Come on in, because this is going to be a discussion, my friend. They got the models out here, modeling and all that. Look at him. He's taking his pictures. Can y'all see him? He's modeling. I used to do that too, baby. I used to do that too. Yes, sir. Sir, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to go get the blanket. I don't know if we're going to go by the ducks, though. But I'm going to go get the blanket. Hold on. So y'all just you bear with me. I'm gonna get this together. Y'all just bear with me. You know I'm old school. I got blankets and fried chicken when we go on a road trip. We ain't stopping. We ain't y'all see the blanket. We ain't stopping to get nothing to eat. I'm gonna fry this chicken. That's what my mom used to say. I'm gonna fry this chicken. Okay? And yeah. I got some potato chips. Oh, and we gonna talk about them chips too, y'all. Okay? Why you playing? Let's see. Where do I want to go sit down? Let's go around here. We're going to go on a different side today. If I get ate up by some ants or something, y'all, it's on sight when I see y'all. If I get ate up by some ants, it's on sight. I'm coming at. No, let me stop. I got to look down when I walk, y'all, because I got these flip-flops on, but they wedges. They wedges. I wonder if there's some fish in there. I wonder if there's got to be some fish in this pond. Oh, I see a turtle, y'all. Y'all want to see this turtle head just came up? I'm going to get to what we came out here to discuss. Hey, turtle. Can I turn it this way and y'all see the turtle head? Oh, he's swimming away. He mad. Look at his head pop up. I hope y'all can see him because I ain't turning this camera around. He's a big one, too. So I guess it is some fish in there because we're showing up a turtle. I can turn over where I go to sit at. I ain't going over there by the ducks, y'all. The ducks might come get me. But I see this pretty tree. I don't know if it's an oak tree or what. We're going to sit under here and we're going to talk. Oak tree. Okay. Survivor. I'm a survivor. Okay, I'm going to put y'all down so y'all can see what the heck I'm doing. Okay? Hold on. Ooh, I'm not showing no tree trees. It's a kid-friendly show. I'm going to sit y'all down so y'all can see what the heck I'm doing. Where did I sit y'all at? I set up. Ooh, 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 Lord help me. Okay, y'all just sit there for a minute. I get our spot hooked up. This is how the folks do it, y'all. Get our spot. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, y'all. Ooh, I'm gonna take off my shoes too. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what's up. That's how the folks do it. That's how the folks do it, y'all. Come out here with your blanket. So pretty. Put my peoples down. Okay. Woo! Ooh. goodness. I gotta bring y'all closer because you know sister can't see. Woo, Lord. Ain't no sound. Y'all ain't got no sound. Who said that? Tanya, there's no sound? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. We can hear you. Okay. Good deal. Yes. Okay. All right. Because I was about to act up. Come on. Look at the ants already coming. Get your tail on somewhere. The ants already coming. Oh, yeah, y'all. Am I on an ant bed? Come on, ants. We ain't going to be here long, y'all. I'll let you know we ain't going to be here long. Let me put you back on. The ants already coming. I ain't even got no food out here, little ants. I want to kill you now. Can't even be cute. Look at this. Production. Where my production team at? Production. I need the raid. What's good, my people, my peeps? I just made you a little dusty. I'm out here amongst the elements. It is pretty. I got ants trying to attack. Y'all think if I sprayed them with some perfume, they go away. They come harder. Perfume got some alcohol in it. We're going to use this perfume because we out here trying to survive amongst the elements, and I'm bougie bad. Okay? I don't have no raid. So we're going to try to save the ants' life, but we're going to put a perimeter around us with perfume. See if that'll keep them. Let's see what it do. Get back. Ooh, the ants do not like my perfume, y'all. That's sad. It's some good perfume, too. See? Y'all learning survival skills. Okay? You know, just spray us a little perimeter. Get on. Now, I hurt your friend with some of this perfume now. This ain't nothing to play with. Get out. Yeah, we ain't gonna be here long. Trying to be other. We ain't gonna be here long. Trying to save your life. These look like fire ants too. Y'all don't mess with fire ants. Okay, guys. So, how you guys doing? Yeah. Try to make me fall in love out here talking about my goddess of love. You hear me? You hear me? Oh yeah, I'm be down here for a hot second. Matter of fact, let me I can't take a picture because I'm on live. But y'all seen the setup. We try to do it. But the ants want to come to it. The ants think it's a doggone picnic. So since the ants think it's a picnic, I'm gonna get right. Oh, I'm doing okay. Thank you, Tanya. I sprayed some. It smelled good out this mug because I sprayed that perfume as my barrier, and it's that alcohol kind of keeping them away. But I got it lit out here because it smelled good. Okay. I might have to come up with me a different brand of Raid. Well, Raid does have a good smelling Raid. Okay, guys, before we get into all the hoopla and what's going on, you know, in my neck of the woods, at least. And I just want y'all to know that this blanket that I got is part of my bug out. I'm going to give y'all a aerial. Y'all see? Oh, hold on. This is me, crisscross applesauce. Okay? See? I got the setup. This is what we doing. But the ants, this one want to come. Y'all see that little ant? Y'all see him? I messed up trying to show y'all the doggone ants. I cut y'all off. I apologize. Okay, let me get into it. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Did y'all see the promo of today's live stream? Y'all are here live with Etheria. We at the duck pond, and we gonna get into all this hoopla. Let me take my boy down. I'm at Tanya down, not my boy. Tanya, my mod down. We gonna get into all the hoopla that's going around that you have may have seen, may not have seen, may what your perps doing. Tell me about your perps. Tell me about your day. Tell me about your week. The weekend's almost over, right? Right. Tell me how your week went. So I'm gonna go first. Since these ants think it's a picnic, these are empty bags that I want to share with you guys. Shalom. Where's my pointer at? Shalom, shalom. How you doing? Kabusha. If I'm saying that right. Shalom. Go on, little Nat. Okay, so I have some empty bags. If you've seen the promo for today's live stream, you guys seen that there were chips behind me, right? And I want to talk about that. Oh, it's Monday there in the land down under. That's right. Y'all dead ahead of us. Okay, so they don't celebrate the 4th down. Well, I guess not. They don't celebrate no kind of Independence Day down in Australia, do they? I don't know. That's a legit question. I don't know. Not the 4th, but some type of Independence Day. These bags are empty. But if you've seen the promo to this live stream, this was a bag. I didn't buy this particular one at the Dollar Tree. I happened to buy this one at like Family Dollar or something like that, okay? This says the brand name is Wise, okay? And it says Honey Barbecue. Now this cost me about $1.99, although it say $4.29 on the bag. This one cost me about $1.99 from the Dollar General or Family Dollar, one of the two. Maybe that doggone perfume legit. Okay, and then you also may have saw this bag, and these are kind of empty bags, y'all. Hold on. I'm not gonna fool with you. Okay. You may have saw this bag, and I want to talk about these chips real quick. This one still got some in there, so I might eat that while we out here. And then this one kind of empty, but this one is probably stale because it was a big bag too. This one came from the Dollar Tree. You see what it's called? Cheese balls. And let me show you how big one of these balls are. Not being funny. Okay, they pretty decent size, but they're kind of stale. So those going in the garbage. I just kept these empty bags of chips because I want to talk to you guys about these snacks. Now I know these are not the healthiest snacks in the world at all. And right about now, we're choosing our poisons to eat because everything legit is poison. But I want to talk about these snacks because I know people are leery about getting food from the Dollar Tree, and I used to, go to Dollar Tree and try stuff and share it with you all, just so you all can have a perspective. And maybe if you want to go out there, I know some of you guys may have children or, youngsters that you may know, or even for yourself. These brands are legit, and they taste good. Okay. I want to talk about this one first, simply because if you have, and I'm talking about these snacks because we are in people say an inflation, but I say a hyperinflation, right? And families may be looking for ways to stretch their dollar bill. I don't like how my hair is flipping up like that. May be looking for ways to stretch their dollar. Okay, so this is like it's a corn chip, but baby, do you see the color on that chip? It's legit. I'm gonna show y'all one. Well, these are all broken up. I'm trying to get the best looking one. Oh, got one. You see the color on this chip? Okay, when I tell you that this chip is truly packed with flavor, it's not no generic tasting uh, type of food. Okay, if you have a large family or little ones and you're making a meal, I don't know if you guys used to make haystacks, but it's a form of a taco. So you would take these, crumble them up, your lettuce, your ground beef, your taco season, your onions, and all that. And you would mix it up and make a haystack. Instead of trying to go buy taco shells, and you might not have enough money to buy enough uh, taco shells for everybody to eat, if you get a couple of these bags, which is at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, you can crush these up and make haystacks, and they taste just like a taco. They're just crushed up, right? And but this is going to add more bang to your buck because it's flavorful. No cap. It's very flavorful. I wanted to show you this with the cheese puffs. They don't taste generic. They taste like cheese puffs. Matter of fact, I think these probably are cheese puffs that are made in their factory. Now, I'm going to talk about this one last. This is pretty good. Okay, they look like the Lay's tater chips. They have a sweet taste at first, which will shock you, and it does have like a honey taste to it, which I like. But the more you eat these, the more the sweetness tends to go away, and it tastes like just like you're eating regular potato chips. But I say it's still worth the bang, and it's something different if you want to add this to your summer list of foods for you and your family, or for you to stretch that dollar bill. Okay, those are the chips that I wanted to bring to you that I've already tasted, and they are legit. Let me tell you. Also, I didn't put this on the list. This right here is a candies called High Chew. These are pretty good candies, y'all. Right here. These are pretty good. I got the They don't like them people. Y'all hear the geese and the ducks over there? And some people that came close to them, they went to Holland, baby. They didn't like them. Okay, so these candies are pretty good as well. I know it's not the best, and I'm just telling you some cost savers for you and your family, especially if you have children, young ones. Um, this one I got was apple and mango. I gotta tell you, this apple is bussin'. How they say that apple is bussin'. I'm gonna show you how it looks. It is really good. Okay, and they're not that nutritional. We're not talking about nutrition, because nutrition for us and everybody in the world basically is out the window. Okay, but you might want to put these in your bug out bags, along with a couple of those chips and some playing cards, some bingo cards. You know, and you could always eat those chips, like if you're on the road somewhere, and just rotate it due to its expiring date. So this is how this candy looks. It's white with the little green inside. You see that? Okay. It's a good apple taste. Okay. The mango, everybody have a favorite when it comes to candy. These little mango ones, they taste like mango, but they're not my favorite. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you real quick, and now let's get into the rest of the agenda. So y'all know I think it was my last video where I went to Burger King, knowing I wasn't supposed to be up in no doggone Burger King, right? I wasn't supposed to be in Burger King. I don't even eat him. Oh my God. Blue just came over here right beside me, y'all. There's a whole bunch of blackbirds. I looked over and Blue is sitting there. I believe that's my y'all can't see him. Come closer, Blue. I tell you, the Most High be sending angels that's in bird form. Bluebirds are one of mine. Bluebirds and redbirds, okay? And there's a bluebird. I can't show you because this doggone thing don't let me zoom in. Yeah, but that bluebird was sitting right here when I looked to the side. Y'all think it'll fly away if I try to go walk over to it? Let's go see. I'm gonna get to the point. Y'all ain't got nowhere to be, do you? Y'all ain't got nowhere to be, do you, huh? Cause we just chilling at the park. Enjoy some of this outside environment, okay? Cause I want y'all to see what I say is true. Okay, we're gonna see if I can get up to Blue before he moves. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna walk and see. Ah, okay, we turned this way. We're gonna try to keep it on Blue. See how close I can get to. Oh, he flew in the tree. Got to be more careful. Let's go closer. Y'all see it's nothing but doves. Look at Blue. Look at Blue. He gonna come back. Oh, it's two of them. It's two of them in the tree. Can y'all see them? There's nothing but, you know, dove pigeons here, but there's two bluebirds here. Where you at, Blue? Y'all just bear with me. They camera shy. They are camera shy. Oh, there he is. He's way up there. Come on, Blue. Come down here. Come down here and make your debut. Okay. Come on down here. We gonna float. Okay, Blue. You made me look crazy. Y'all let me know if y'all saw Blue. My bluebird. I'm gonna turn this back around. They didn't want to. They didn't want to show themselves on camera. That's okay. Ain't nothing. It's ducks out here. There's doggone pigeons. But my bluebirds came to see about a sister. Because that is my bird. If y'all know me and you know my story, y'all know about the bluebirds. Okay. Oh, Lord. Get low. Okay, guys. We're back. Did y'all see Blue? Ain't nobody say nothing. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all need to interact with these live streams, okay? I appreciate it. Because I don't know if y'all seen them or not. Okay. So we talked about the chips. This is just something you can add to your bug out bag or just to your household during these trying times. Because during trying times, look at this. That ain't no vaccine. During trying times, one thing is for certain is you have to have some form of release, right? And food, quiet as it's kept, is a form of release. I believe Hershey's chocolate bar during the Depression became popular because it was inexpensive and it was something for children and families to snack on. Also, Pepsi and Coca-Cola became very successful. That's how they came upon the scene during the Great Depression. So I don't want you to think that we're going through trying times and not to have something enjoyable, even though there's poison and everything. And like I was saying, I shouldn't have had my behind at the doggone Jack. No, what was it? Not Jack in the Box. At the Burger King. Y'all seen that video? I put that video on private. I'm gonna tell you why I put it on private. I put the video on private because it seemed like perps were really going to look at that video, and we know that perps and entities, they like to feed off of negativity, right? And that video was negative, right? So it's on private. I think it had got up to like 100 views. I'm like, really? That ain't nothing but perps looking at that video, trying to feed off that negativity. And the negativity also was coming from me because not the fact that the perps just, oh, they triggered me so bad. It was the fact that sometimes as humans, we just get angry. It's not about perps all the time triggering you, right? We get angry, especially if you communicate it to a person, say it's your husband, a family member, whomever, a particular issue, and then they go and do the same thing and you just communicate it to them. That can get under people's skin, that can irritate you. Anger is part of the many emotions that we have as people, right? So that day when I went to Burger King, it was late. The perps had already been following me to I only went to 2 restaurants. And I try not to eat out that much. And not just because I know that I am a targeted individual, a chosen one, and they tend to mess with our food a lot. But guys, they mess with our food if we're in the house, if we're out of the house. If we're in the house, if we're out of the house. So there's no really, turn this way. There's no really a safeguard way of protecting your food other than praying over it. Really, other than praying over your food, there's no safeguard way to protect it fully. But anyway, I got upset. I got upset and I went to cussing and I went to the restaurant and, got in an argument with a person that had nothing to do with the order, right? Had nothing to do with the order. And me and her got into it. And she was, I said like she was a little man because she was, I think her pronoun might have been him, he, but it was a girl, right? And so me and her got into it, and she got so upset she left out of the building. If you remember the video, and she was like, "Well, meet me outside." And I was talking to you guys, and I was like, when I went outside, she wasn't outside, and blah 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 blah. When I went home that night and thought about that whole interaction, I felt that I was dead wrong for, just letting that interaction get more and more out of control. Okay. And so the next day, I went back to Burger King and I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to apologize to that young lady. And I'm going to have to call her a young lady, guys, because that's what she was born as. And so I'm not being funny when I say, young lady or anything like that. So when I went to Burger King and I saw her, she was sitting at one of the tables inside. And I know she could have been a perp, or she could have been a just a bystander. We just don't know who is who really, because they put on such a good acting. They act very well. And so I saw her sitting at the table, and so I went up over there and I apologized to her, and I told her, I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right that I shouldn't have talked to the two people who I initially talked to about my food, please not having it be messed up. I shouldn't have come in there so irate and cursing and all of that. And that's when she stepped in and she was like, you need to learn how to talk to people, blase, blase. And guys, we've seen so many videos about Karens and folks cutting up. And some of those Karens just be cutting up just to be cut up. But some people, I think, do or have had enough or just display their anger in public because they are angry and they're just tired of the disrespect and things of that nature. And I know that is one of the things that the program, it wants you to get riled up so you can get in a situation. And so she was like, well, I accept your apology. And so we moved on. But I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make that video private. But I wasn't going to take it down. So that's why that video is private. And I wanted to talk to you guys about us as people, as targeted individuals, as chosen ones, how our day-to-day is enhanced greatly with just obstacles. The obstacle course for an average person that's not targeted is rough, but the obstacle course of a day-to-day person that is targeted is intense, right? And sometimes we want to display our anger, and I want to be an example of what you can do and to be better than the perps that try to purpose every day. And so if that person was a perp, hopefully she learned the lesson that I was a bigger person and I, was able to come back and see the error in my ways and apologize to her, right? And I hope that we all can be the bigger person as targeted individuals. And I know it's hard because of the intense obstacle course that we face just trying to live our day-to-day lives. So I just implore you to try to rise above all of this that comes your way on a day-to-day. It's going to be hard, and it's just getting more and more intense as this shift is occurring, right? People are just out of control, and we don't want to be part of that. We don't want to be part of being out of control, okay, guys? So I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, update you guys about that. I didn't want to do a video. I just wanted to update you guys on a live stream and let you know what happened with that. Now, I'm going to move on to the agenda. And I know a lot of you guys have heard me speak in regards to the agenda. And I'm talking about the agenda regarding the African American community, blacks, otherwise known as, but we are Israel. I was on a live stream. Let me get comfortable. This thing is weighing me down like this. Y'all see my back? I'm gonna have to get a back support. I was on a live stream last night, okay, and on TikTok, and it was not even last night. It was early this morning, like 3:00 in the morning, And so as I was on this live stream, I happened to see with TikTok, if you're on a live stream and it ends, and I think that's what I was on because I was asleep, and then another live stream will just automatically pop up because you're on that segment of live stream. So if people in their live stream, just the next one that's under there will pop up, and you'll be watching somebody's live stream. So like if you go to the bathroom, if you come back in, you'll be like, I wasn't watching this live stream. That's because the first one you were watching ended. So I believe I had woke up to a live stream that I initially was not watching, right? And it was a conversation that I have had many a times with on this platform regarding the agenda within our community. Okay, and so therefore I uh, stopped and I listened. And I was like, okay, these people sound like they were talking and having a conversation rather than what it turned out to be. And it was a man on there, and it was two men, the host, another man, and a female on the live stream. And they were talking about what's going on, with the black woman and man in society today. And it seemed as if I was like, okay, this conversation is when it was, and I should have waited before I even typed the comment. I have to learn patience. Y'all pray for patience for me. But I should have waited because the host came out of his mouth and said some asinine, very disturbing comments. And I've heard these comments before, but the host said, well, the only way I think that we can fix our society when it comes to our well, he wasn't using nation of people, but when it comes to black men and women is to start over again. And I was like, oh, he talking about starting over again. Okay, well, what is, okay. And he was like, it's to start over again. I was like, okay, well, start over again, with who? So I'm listening. And then he says, because black men, and I have heard this, and I equate it to genocide. Okay, they may not know this, but that is the words that are coming out of their mouths, but they're not using the term genocide. Genocide of their own nation of people, because they will say, just like this host said last night. We just need to start over again as a nation of people, and black men need to just travel out and marry and find other women because we start the nation, we start the people. And so when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. And this is where we have landed with this conversation. And so I was like, because I wanted him to clarify what he was saying. So I said, start over with whom? What women are you going to start over with? And Lord, I wish I was the host because I need to get a button that says genocide every time they say, well, we're the black man and we carry the seed and we can start over with any nation of women we want to, and it'll be black. It'll be a black nation. Genocide. I wanted to push a button that says genocide because that's what it is. That's what is basically coming out of their mouths. And so when he said we can start over with a nation of people because these women are just nasty, and he was referring to black women. I was like, who is nasty? Guys, our people, mine, and not just the men. Trust and believe, not just the men, the women too. when the Most High God said our minds would be destroyed, mm, y'all, our minds have been destroyed. Okay, so it is definitely, we are definitely in the end times, uh, because our minds are destroyed. Uh, and there's truly a remnant of people that will make it to, the next dimension, because this dimension is done. And he never would answer the question. So I guess his moderator was, and I think it was, now that the live is over. At the time, I didn't know that she was the moderator, and she was in the chat, in the comment section, talking about, he doesn't have to explain. You see him talking, and I'm like, why do these people come off so aggressive when you have a panel up? You're having a discussion, and the comments are turned on. So that means you're allowing the comments from the viewing audience to participate in your live stream. Because on TikTok, I don't know about on YouTube, you can turn on and off the comment section. And so the comments section was turned on. And so his moderator was like, um, well, he's talking. So I asked the question again, and I asked who is nasty and who are you going to be, starting over with. That question was never answered while I was watching the live stream. Nevertheless, another gentleman was in the live stream, and he was talking, and which made me think. My assumption also fooled me once, fooled me twice, thinking that the host may have been, Israel, or understood who he is as a people group, right? A nation. But that wasn't the case. I was just assuming because of the other gentleman talking about Israel, talking about, you know, um, the relationship between black men and black women. And so the host kept referring to getting with other women as breeding. And he kept saying we can breed with other women groups, right? He was like, we can breed with other women groups and make a nation still. I'm sorry, and maybe I'm not in certain aspects, because I'm sorry if I feel like I offended somebody. I will apologize. Um, but but I'm going to state the facts, and the facts are that we as uh, human, we don't breed, we procreate. And so I stated that in the comments section. I said, we don't breed, we procreate, because you're making it sound like we are dogs. And this is where assumptions can get you caught up. Like it got me caught up last night. And I had swore I would not get on anybody else's panel, but I thought at first I thought they were legitimately having a valid and a logical discussion, right? And it turned out to be not. So um, so the other gentleman that was Israel, he was, well, all of us were Israel on the panel, black folks that you guys know us as. We all were Israel on the panel, and the female was Israel too. So when the gentleman who was more aware of himself was speaking in regards to relationships, he was trying to bring a balance to the panel and the discussion, because the host kept wanting to go off in left field. And I should have known something was off about the host, because he presented himself as a knockoff. He presented himself as a knockoff. What do you call it? Kevin Samuels. He presented himself as a knockoff Kevin Samuels, and Yeah, you can remove that comment, or I can remove that comment. So I was like, okay. He has these talking points as Kevin Samuels had. Got it. Okay, he's not aware that he's Israel. So I wanted to have a I don't want to say that he wasn't intelligent, but a conversation that would give way to different viewpoints, right? So I don't want to say an intelligent conversation, but I wanted to have a conversation that would give way to different viewpoints. And so I bring you to this. Where's my point of thing? Um, I don't know if you guys are aware that affirmative action has just been overturned. Hold on, y'all. Affirmative action has just been overturned, right? That means there's no more affirmative action. That means what you've heard, DeSanto, I think that's his name, the one who caused all that ruckus down in Florida, the governor that's currently getting ready to run for office, that had all the Hispanics leave, um, and there was nobody to pick their vegetables. Now we're gonna have a really rough time come this winter, and with prices going up even more because of his actions, and him not wanting certain books read in school, and all of that, guys. Well, I've always said, and I will not back down from this. There's an agenda. This agenda, you see, whatever happens to Israel, it affects the world. Okay, that's why they didn't want to let Israel go when they were in Egypt. We are like gold. Okay, they didn't want to let Israel go when we were in Egypt. And the same is, I'm gonna put you in timeout. And the same is, so here, they don't want to let us go, but they want us to be destroyed permanently. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna request to go up on this panel because I want to know exactly where this man's mindset is. And first of all, I have to realize that a lot of people are on these social media platforms for um, likes and popularity. I see that a lot, especially some of the platforms that are hosted by male counterparts, my counterparts, Israel, are on or have started a lot of platforms for popularity. So I realized his platform, and he was he wasn't listening. He wasn't an active listener. He was listening to respond. Okay, so I requested to go up because I had some questions regarding what the one of the Israelite gentlemen had said regarding relationships that I found valid, and I wanted him to expound upon, and the Israelite female. Now, I am, trust me, I didn't have this much free time on my hands as I do now. So I wasn't up on all of the YouTube and the TikToks like I have the opportunity to go and visit some people's platforms and just listen half the time. That's what I do. Um, Now that I do have time, I'm just blown away because I understand some of these terms that these people are talking about, like pick me women. And I guess these are women who, whatever you say, pick me. Just pick me. I'll be on your team. Just pick me. It's like someone said in his comment section last night. It's pick me women that are what do they say? Coming to America. Did y'all ever watch Coming to America, where where the prince he he, he had his father had women, like he was already promised to someone, and they brought her in, and it was whatever you like, that pick me, whatever you like, and he said bark like a dog on one foot, hop. That's that's what they were saying. Those are pick me women, and most men that are trying to build something don't want a pick me woman. Just whatever you like, without an opinion, right? Without a mind. And so I'm realizing these terminologies. Okay, so I'm thinking at first the young lady was actually Israel, who had woken up and had, you know, just critical thinking along with her awakening. But what I realized by being on that panel last night, that she was just a pick me woman. And when the other gentleman was on the panel, she was saying some good stuff about Israel and our culture and our beliefs, the laws, statutes, and commandments of how we should conduct ourselves in our community. But her tune quickly changed when I got on the panel, right? So I wanted to say that so you can understand. I believe these men truly, and I'm referring to the host and other men that I've heard spew this "let's start over," have genocide on their minds, genocide of a nation when they have no power. I don't care what and how much seed they carry in their scrotums. They have no power to start over because they are not the Most High, and the Most High did not give them that authority to start over, because he's sending Yahushua back, and he's coming back to settle these wrongs. And so every time, like I said, I hear these men spew this hate out of their mouths, it is genocide, genocide, genocide. And to not have any reasoning, or being just able to judge a situation fairly. But if they had to go to a court of law, they would want to be judged fairly. So I'm saying that because the host has said these women are nasty. If you remember what I had said earlier, they're nasty, and he was referring to black women. And they're rotten to the core marrow, okay? To the marrow, to the blood that's in their bones, inside their bones. I mean, they're rotten through and through, basically, is what he was saying. That's why he was saying they had to start over with this genocide plan. I get up on the panel. I believe a lot of our black brothers want to argue with women, black women, and just use old statistics that didn't even fit the the talking points that Mr. Samuels had, because he was using old statistics. So I get up on the panel, and I'm polite, and he's polite, the host. And I said, well, I wanted to join the panel really quick because who are you talking with? IUICP? No, this was on TikTok. I don't know if they have TikTok. I think they might have shorts on TikTok, but I don't know. And that's just different camps. But no, it wasn't them. And it wasn't the Israelite brother that was irate, I would say. When I got on the panel, it was as if he was looking for someone that he could spark an argument with, as if I was the ops, because I'm the black woman. Now, my picture is on. You know how you can you can even have your camera on or off. My picture was on because my camera. It's like 3 in the morning. Nobody's picture was on but the host. Okay, my hair was in plaits and rollers. I So my picture was on, but the other two pictures at first were they were blurred out, and then the female's picture popped on, and the other guy dropped. The Israel guy dropped because when I came on, I said, I have some questions, and hopefully, and I'm not going to say his name here. I said, hopefully, Israel, I'll call him Brother Israel, can answer this question, and or the host can answer these particular questions that I have. And so Brother Israel, honey, he dropped out the live, y'all. He dropped out the live. Now I don't know, it was like going on 3:00 in the morning. I don't know how long they had already been talking. So I can't say he dropped out the live, because I said I had some questions that I wanted to see if they could address. So I'm getting ready to tell him my questions. Excuse me. And this is where I say a lot of these brothers have started these podcasts or platforms to argue. To argue with black women, and for likes and views. Okay? Not to uplift, not to help, not to heal, not to mend, not to prepare for the for our shift. For none of that. Only for likes and views. Okay? So I get on the platform and I'm talking and I say, I want to know what your perspective is regarding Roe versus Wade being turned over. Roe versus, because I said I've spoken about an agenda about black men and black women being pitted against each other. That I feel that there's an agenda that was this was planned, and so I've spoken on this agenda. So I want to know what is your thought process regarding Roe versus Wade being turned over, and that was last year, I believe, if I'm correct, early last year, and that's Roe versus Wade is regarding abortions, legal abortions that was here in the United States is no longer, okay, or it may be in some states. I don't know the full aspect of it, guys, so I'm not even going to speak on that. But it was a big to do, okay. Um, Roe versus Wade was turned over last year. Yesterday, affirmative action was turned over, meaning no corporate, and that's probably why they got rid of me. They probably had the inside scoop, along with my gang stalking and job mobbing. Okay, because my job, this ain't something that just happened. Okay, my job mobbing has been going on for many years, not just a month. It had been going on literally the whole time that I was there. Okay, so I said I wanted to know, what your perspectives are on Roe versus Wade and the this being turned over with the affirmative action. And so the host immediately said, and let me get it right, y'all, because I don't want to. The host said, Nikki, Because over there, my TikTok name is Nikki Nicole. Nikki, can I ask you a question? And I was like, yes. He was like, do you think, basically something about the black women being masculine, too masculine? Y'all, that wasn't even my damn question. That wasn't even, that is, I'm listening to deflect. I'm listening not to engage in, I'm gonna have to say it, intelligent conversation. I'm listening to, I brought you on to just make you that woman that we all like to use Kevin Samuels talking points to. Because that, when he asked me that, do you think black women are masculine? I, I said, well, yes, they are masculine. Now, see, when he did that, I already knew what time it was, y'all. I said yes, because now you're taking me down a road to your conversation. When I asked, first of all, could I ask these two questions that I wanted to ask on his platform? So I don't want you to get it twisted and think that I came up there trying to bogart his platform. I asked, could I ask two questions? He did not. He didn't. He didn't. Mm-mm. He went in left field asking me, do I think black women are masculine? And so I said, yes, to a degree. Why do you think black women are masculine? And so they couldn't see my face, but like I have a confused, probably look on my face now. Why do I think black women are masculine? Okay, well, this is where you want to go with it. I believe black women have always and have never had the opportunity to walk in their feminine nature once those slave ships touch ground here in the Americas. There was never the opportunity for the black woman to walk in her feminine nature because they used the black man, and I mean the strongest, the warrior of the group, to uh, torture, buck rape, an example amongst the tribes that they had already mixed up. So nobody was with their tribes. It wasn't like, oh, all of Judah, you're on the slave ship Jesus. Y'all load up over here. All of Levi, okay, y'all go over there on the Liberty boat. I don't even know what the other boats were called, y'all, but you get the picture. This wasn't something that was a pleasant journey. No, you had Israel, Levi, Gad, all mixed up and thrown on a ship. Families had already been torn apart. Look here, little ant. Let me get my spray out. He took a little pinch of me. They were okay, y'all. We gonna have to do what it do. They coming out. My spray didn't last that long. They were already divided. They were already tortured. They were already raped constantly. But I didn't get a chance to say all this, y'all. I just want y'all to understand. This man, a black man, and he don't even have to even be all the way woke, knowing that he is Israel. Okay, but he asked me this question about femininity in black women, as if he didn't know, as if black women have had the opportunity to walk in their full feminine nature. Okay, so I said, black women have been had to take on a masculine nature, a masculine stance from day one. There has never been a time where black women have in the Americas, and I'm talking regarding slavery. What was deleted? What you talking about, Tanya? Hold on, Tanya. I gotta readjust real quick. There was never a time in these Americas where black women were sitting on manicured lawns with their parasols, sipping tea at noon. Okay? Where people were just coming and serving them. And they can be just feminine in their dresses and in their bodices. And there was never a time here in the Americas. Okay, we gonna make. I'm gonna make it plain, and I'm gonna draw it all the way out because you know, I really didn't get the opportunity to state my piece, but I want you guys to understand something here on this platform. Hold on, I want to be feminine, getting up. I want to be buck wild, getting up here. Okay, we got to move to the table, y'all. These ants, they out of control. They doggone disrespectful. The ants is, well, I'm disrespectful because I sat right on top of their area. So we got to make, we got to move. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Okay. Hold on. Right. But the black woman has never had the luxury of walking in her full femininity in what we call America, the United States. Holler back if you hear me. I'm gonna go over here to this table. Woo. Lord, the ants started. They called out the cavalry on me. I had to go. The ants called the cavalry on the sister. Whew. Okay, guys. All right. So black women have never had the opportunity to walk in their full feminine. I can't even get the word out. Feminine. Be feminine, y'all. This doggone table. Okay. So he asked me that ludicrous question as a black man. As if he didn't even, I mean, he's about my age. Damn near his 50s. Well, it looked like maybe 40 something. I don't know. He act like he ain't know what went down here in the Americas. And not just the Americas, all over where they scattered all of Israel. But we're talking about the black women here in America because that's been on the chopping block with these black men and these podcasts and this agenda. Okay? And this agenda that's out here. I said, well, sir, no, they've never had the opportunity since they touched down. What do you mean since they touched down? Guys, so I went to explain that. Well, wait a minute. And I said, sir, didn't you say black women were in their core of them? They were nasty. It was something down in the core of them. So if you was to say there was something down in the core, down in their DNA, would you not consider that the slavery and how they were handled during slavery would make them have to be masculine because they were forced to basically try to protect the men by diverting the heinous treatment that masculine men got from being buck raped and all the atrocities that happened to black men, uh, to be the shield against that during slavery, and also making the woman more superior in the mind um, during these times. Nope, nope, nope. And this is when the sister, I thought that was Israel. I thought that she was enlightened. I thought that she had an inkling of knowledge. Well, she had knowledge. I mean, I say an inkling of knowledge. I thought she had uh, critical thinking. Okay, so she hops in, and now, mind you, when brother Israel was up on the panel, she was talking like she had some sense. But when brother Israel dropped, because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all. When brother Israel had dropped and I was up there, uh, she she flipped into a pick me. Okay, I had both of them coming after me, y'all. And then I was reading the comments and while we was on live, his whole doggone people, you know, people that follow certain people, they mindset is like the people they follow. Okay, let's just say that. Their mindset is like the people they follow. Are they trying to be like the person that they follow? Or they have some kind of common denominator? This woman, Miss Pickman, she's gonna say, well, the atrocities, they hung all of our black men. They just hung them from trees. They hung all of our black men. Guys, when I judge a situation or when I talk about something, I want to talk with critical thinking in mind and damn near know a little bit of history and know about what your people went through. I do not, and in business, whether I've run classrooms and had, I've supervised people, I have never, ever, ever on none of my teams ever appreciated a pick me type of person or a yes man. Ever. I cannot appreciate that type of mindset. And we know what a yes man is. It's the opposite of a pick me woman. Yes, you got these men now, like I said, they're on these panels and some of them are following people and they're yes men. Yes, yes, you're right. You are so right. Yes, everything that spews out of your mouth is right because I'm never gonna disagree with what you're saying because I'm a yes man. And I have no backbone, I have no thought process, I cannot critically think, I don't do no research. I'm a yes man. And now we have the pick me woman. I'm a pick me woman. I've never been a part of a group. I've never been looked at as having any value. So pick me, please. These are the pick me women. Her pick me came out. And so she went to hollering about all of our black men were hanging from trees. And I was like, well, sister, you realize that they hung women from trees too. Yes, but not as much as they hung black men. And when I heard that, and when I heard the host be confused himself, not realize it or understand how we have never just been able as females to walk in our fullness of being feminine, I said, well, these people are truly lost. Because if this woman thinks that there was 400 plus years of slavery, and that's just a slavery, okay, 400 years plus just of slavery, and there was hardly any women hung on trees. Then I had to say, it's just like the song says, strange fruit. The strange fruit was not just men hanging from trees. They hung women from trees. They hung children, boys and girls, from trees. And how do I know this? Because my father was a was advocate in bringing books. And back then, when I was growing up, we did not have this internet. So when people came and knocking on your door, they were selling books called the encyclopedias. Okay, and my father bought them, and we had the newest ones every time. He bought books uh, called the Black Book that showed the atrocities. And let me see if I can even pull that up. That showed the atrocities of slavery, that talked about the atrocities of slavery, not this microsecond look back on slavery and what it did to people. And that is a problem of why Ron DeSantis does not want certain books in the schools, or they don't even want you to mention slavery, because they want the youth or the next generation of people to be just as ignorant as Sister Pickme and Mr. Host was last night, not knowing the full the atrocities of slavery, and not and that it didn't just happen to black men. It happened to a nation of people, and a nation consists of men and women and children. You understand? Oh, Becky, you hear me? Hold on for a minute. Let me see if I can pull up this book. Okay. Um, let's see. Show pictures of the Black Book, a book of slavery. You know, these pick me women are acting like the women were not put in literal stalls. You know, we hear about the women and the children that were made to go to these fields, and we focus on America, the cotton fields, and picked to their hands were raw, picked to their literal muscles tore from their bones, and they died in these here fields. Okay, um, we have yet to, or we are now just finding out, or you're now just hearing about the stalls and the stables that these women were put into like cattle, and men were forced to go in onto them, even their own children, to breed, as he would say, like dogs, like animals. Okay, this is an atrocity. Hanging was not the only atrocity, and it did not. It wasn't just designated to black men. Right here, I got it, and I'm saying this from their conversation. Let me know where they're stuck at. Okay. Okay. So this book right here is one of many. I don't know if you all have ever seen this book. I'm gonna try to hold it up. Let me know if you is it upside down? Have any of you guys ever seen this book right here? I'm trying to get it in frame. It's called The Black Book. Have you ever seen that book? I was in I was I was in middle school when my dad brought that book home. If you've never seen this book, you should get it. You should buy it. But I guarantee you've seen pictures out of this book. Let me see if I can open. And I guarantee you've seen pictures out of this book. And I'm going to show you one famous picture you might have seen on the internet and never knew it came from that book. I knew it instantly where that picture came from because I read the Black Book when I was in middle school. Okay? And this is probably the only, and it's not decent, but the picture that a lot of you may recognize. Um, this picture of a black man who had been whipped. You see those whips on his back? That wasn't just saved for black men. That also happened to black women, on top of them being raped after they received this type of punishment. Whips that tore their flesh off of their bodies. So when Miss Pickme sat here on live last night and told me that black men hung from trees, I fully understood what live I was sitting on. And then when I read in the comments, I fully understood the mindset of his followers. Okay? Let me see what y'all talking about before I continue. He never had a strong queen in his life when he was raised. You know, I believe that is a lot. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but there has been a lot of men that have been hurt, and it's not even a strong queen. I believe there's been a lot of men that have been hurt by women, whether it be whether it be their mother or in a relationship. And they've never done the healing. They've never sought out any professional help, even just to talk to someone, because I believe mental health is spiritual, but yet and still talking to a counselor, to someone that you can confide in, that is there to help heal you, not there to throw more grease or gasoline on a fire that is inside a person, tearing a person apart to where they do not heal properly. And so then they have these issues with their own race of women, um, or women, period. Okay? And I believe, I wholeheartedly believe that a lot of these men, and I'm not even being funny, I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just speaking real from what I've witnessed, have not, they haven't healed. They haven't set, they haven't even did a minor healing, just be by yourself. Don't hop into another relationship right away. I know men, they're on to the next one before they even healed their mind, body, and soul. And nowadays, trust and believe, I understand women are like that too. All this was done with the Willie Lynch letter, and it is still strong today with how they treat each other. Yes, yes, and a lot of people like to question the Willie Lynch letter, but it was basically um, how to break a slave, and this person, was a manual basically of how to break slaves. Some slaves were still rebelling, some don't quite as it's kept. There were still slaves fighting for their freedom. Okay, uh, but there's so much evidence that speaks to what was said in that letter to be true. Tanya says, "Sorry, I didn't know why that was deleted." It was probably that comment I put on timeout, Tanya. Nikki, watch the movie Till. It's sad. Oh, Emmett Till. Yeah, I haven't seen it. What is it on? Netflix? I don't know. What is it on? But I believe that is about Emmett Till. I when I find out what it's on, I will check it out. But to go back to this conversation that I was on this panel last night. So he begins to tell me, no, 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 it had nothing to do with the Willie Lynch letter. It had nothing to do with slavery. Why black women are so masculine, right? And so I sat back and I was listening to him and her, you know, try to just, I guess it was, they needed somebody to be the villain on the panel. So I guess I was the villain, right? Okay, so as they were, going in, I said, well, you tell me. I asked the host, I said, you tell me what is femininity. Guys, when I asked that question, do you know that I'm looking in his comment section, because like I tell you, I'm reading the room basically. And the people in his comment section, I have to say they were simple minded, because I'm listening to him spew out why he said that black women aren't feminine, they're masculine, and he gave me no real explanation to why he felt that they were masculine. And so then I asked him, I said, well, tell me, what do you feel is feminine? And it was surface stuff, guys. Just like I guess his moderator, she gave me surface stuff. And sometimes when you're in conversations with people and you realize they have no clue of the world around them, they have no clue, truly. They just there to bump their gums, y'all. When I realized that, and I asked them, well, I asked him to tell me what he felt was feminine. And, wearing dresses, yes, surface stuff. Wearing, doing your hair, a little bit of makeup, surface stuff. That's what feminine is to them. I was like, okay. In his comment section, they're like, oh, she doesn't know what feminine is. Isn't she a woman? Doofball stuff. I'm trying to go deeper. I'm trying to really allow him to speak what he has to say regarding his thoughts about feminine and what a woman should be and how she should be a feminine woman, and how he felt that there black women have just masculine, and there's no reason for their masculine nature or behavior. There's no reason for it at all. None. Nothing that caused that, right? I'm asking these questions. I'm probing. Okay? I'm probing. But his nincompoop, and I have to call him nincompoop, in the peanut gallery known as his comment section, she doesn't know what feminine is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She's just. I asked him all of those questions because I wanted to come back to the agenda. The agenda that I have spoke about, that these men that have not done self-healing, and a lot of women that have not um, taken time out to self-heal, right? Or look or find resources to aid in their healing, mind, body, and soul. I'm seeing this agenda roll out the red carpet on these black men, on these passport bros. that is getting ready to hit them in the head. So I finally was able to speak after they just, I guess, so-called thinking that they told me what for. They told me what for and why, and they didn't really tell me nothing. I said, Roe versus Wade was overturned. Also, just yesterday, affirmative action was overturned. If you know anything, because he looked like he, and his demeanor wanted to be a knockoff Kevin Samuels. Um, I said, if you understand all of this, what does that mean to you? And in his comment section, huh? I saw, huh? What is she talking about? Huh? They lost in the sauce. First of all, like I told you, Roe versus Wade is about Edomites not being able to procreate. That's why Roe versus Wade was turned over. It was not turned over because they are upstanding people and they worship the Bible and they're putting their religious beliefs in the forefront and they think it's wrong and they feel that it's guilty that all of these babies are being destroyed. Um, no. Mm-mm. You see, the agenda that is out here regarding what these black men are spewing and they're regurgitating from Kevin Samuels about black women were the most women to go get abortions. False. Black women were the ones. Y'all heard that? That was on his platform, right? Mm-mm. There's a lot of Edomites going and getting abortions, so much and so forth, because you know they truly were the leaders of the independent woman movement, and and hoodwinked and finagled black women to join that ludicrous movement. But the feminist movement was only there in their minds to get them under the confines and oppression that the white woman felt of her man. Okay? But they finagled the black woman into the movement because there's power wherever we step and whatever we put our hands to. It was never about the black woman's rights. Okay? Roe versus Wade, that overturning of Roe versus Wade to stop abortion, honey, that wasn't the concern of them being overwhelmed that black women were having so many abortions. That's because they're not procreating, they're not having babies. And these white women that have chosen to have careers, well, they are not looking to procreate either. So that was a scheme, a plot to slow down and make the white woman retain her pregnancy if she was to get pregnant, whether she was raped, whether it's not about us. It's about them being able to sustain here on this in this realm. That's item number one I wanted him to address. He did not. Item number two that I seen regarding the agenda that I brought forth a few years ago. Now we have affirmative action. Oh, you have so many folks so happy with affirmative action. Affirmative action help all these black people get into these jobs and into these corporate jobs and into these schools, Harvard and Yale and Affirmative action got them there just because of the color of their skin. Good. I'm glad affirmative action is gone. Let me tell you something. If you think that is what really happened, you are lost too. Affirmative action didn't assist black people to get in anywhere just based on the color of their skin. Matter of fact, if you got anywhere and have gotten anywhere in any higher echelons, whether it be a corporate job, whether it be Yale, Harvard, one of these Ivy League schools, and you were black, just like Clarence Thomas, people are just like, oh my God, Clarence Thomas is black and he overturned affirmative action? Why would he do that? Because affirmative action never helped Clarence Thomas get into Harvard. His brilliance helped Clarence Thomas get into Harvard. They used the fact that he was black to check mark the quota. But the world will not wake up to that because the world is asleep. Because the world thinks on a surface level. Okay? Affirmative action did not help neither me or anyone that looks like me. And then, baby, if you are as dark as me, get me into a corporate position. My degree, my knowledge, my skill set helped me obtain that position. Not that I was black. That only aided them so they could check off a box to say, well, we completed that quota. But let me put a bug in your ear. Any of these newscasters that are black or we know it's Israel that have made it to what we call corporate level positions, we have always had to go over and beyond. Let me say that one more time. We, as Israel, as black folks, have always had to go over and beyond, regardless of affirmative action. Okay? Affirmative action was to help the white woman. Oh, no, listen to you sound racist. I can't be racist. I'm not biased. I'm just telling you facts. The only one that truly benefited from Roe versus Wade was white women. Okay? Did black women go get abortions? Heck yeah, they did. It was a lot of them. Heck yeah. But you got to look at this. You got to go deeper than the surface level that you have seen. Roe versus Wade. If you know anything about that hearing, stemmed from a white woman being raped. Okay? That's how Roe versus Wade started. Go research it. It started based on a white woman's issues. Not the concern of a black woman not wanting to take care of her children, just to get rid of her children. Affirmative action has always benefited the white woman in being able to, in her mindset, come from out from under the control of her oppressor, being her white spouse. And so I asked him, could he, expound on his thoughts about Roe versus Wade and affirmative action? While people in the comment section lost in the sauce, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? I wanted him to expound on that because he's talking about, starting starting anew, genociding the black woman out of the picture, basically, and starting anew with other races of women. And quite as it's kept, a lot of their preferential race is white women. Okay? They just now starting to get passports and go overseas. Because half the white women didn't want the ones that's getting passports going overseas. Okay? So I wanted him to speak to those bullet points that I brought out. And I wanted him to, and because I thought he was Israel. Remember that. I thought he was an awakened Israelite brother. Speak on that we are in the end times and all nations. And if he couldn't see this, because I see it, that all nations will start. And it's mentioned in the end times, it's mentioned in Revelation, will start to go back to their own nation of people. People gonna start talking about this, but I guarantee I'm the first one that put one and one together. Roe versus Wade, affirmative action, going back to your own nation of people, end times. This is end time prophecy coming to pass. Okay? When I mentioned all of those bullet points, he didn't. What it was like? What are you talking about? And so therefore, but then Pick Me said, "Well, I understand what she's saying, but just be quiet. If you are Israel and you are a woman, and regardless, we're not yelling at this man. We are not being rude to him on his platform. I wasn't. I was speaking to him. If you cannot allow people to express their mind, their thoughts, and in an intelligent, calm way, and you address their talking points because you allowed them on your panel, but then you didn't want to address any intelligent, I have to go there, excuse me, talking points. Hold on, guys. I don't know if y'all hear the chopper, but that chopper's not for me. That looks like a hospital chopper. You didn't allow you didn't address the intelligent talking points because you wanted to talk about, or you wanted to bring up talking points that Kevin Samuels brought out from I kid you not, 1984 talking points based on a study of boarding school children. You didn't want to address the talking points because Kevin Samuels talked about how black women were getting all these abortions. You didn't want to address the talking points because I just brought up affirmative action and how black folks didn't benefit from affirmative action because we yet and still had to go over and beyond. That's why you heard people say, I got my PhD. You remember Kevin Samuels got pissed off about a lady, I don't know the situation, but he used that and put that in one of his little music board sound effects. I got my PhD. Why do you think this woman said she got her PhD? And whatever field she's a doctor in. I got my PhD. Y'all remember that, right? Because Kevin Samuels used to push that little button all the time. I got my PhD. And then you had all these men, these black women. We don't care about your education. But then you talk like a devil with a split tongue. We don't care about your education. We don't care you got a PhD. We don't care you got a college degree. Not knowing that if you cared about them shaking a rump shaker and twerking all over here in the hood and had something to say about that, well, some of them got enough sense to go to these free colleges, or they might have had a little change and paid their way to go to college. That grant to get into these corporate jobs, not by the color of their chinny chin, my friend, because they had their PhD. Are you following me? I hope I have some people who have some critical thinking here. These women who don't just go around saying, "Oh, I have my degree and I'm this and that." No, they got these degrees to be able to be competitive, and yet and still get paid less, even from their white counterparts, their female white counterparts. They still got paid less, even though they had degrees over checkmating their female white counterparts. But here's the kicker: all those bogus, biased talking points are coming to kick these men in their behinds. Because you see, the white woman no longer has Roe versus Wade. She can no longer just run and get her abortion. And that's why she was mad at the black woman, because the black woman was like, "Oh no, we're not rallying with you." Some silly ones did, because like I said, you have the silly ones in the bunch, the pick me's, the ones that have no mind, no thought process, rallying with them. But for the majority, oh, they were hot. They were hot in fish grease. Why the black women will not ride with us into the night of darkness and doom? They are getting ready to take away our ability to kill our babies. Oh, they were mad just a year or two ago. You better go back and look at some of them social media posts. And they're mad now. You just haven't heard it yet. Affirmative action? Well, you have some Proud Boys and some, those ones that think only on surface and think that that's going to affect the black people. I'm not talking, and we know we're brown if we're going to go by the color of our skin, but by the nation of these people in this world, the black folks. You got all these white folks thinking, "Oh, there's no affirmative action for them to get a job anymore. They were just walking in there because of the color of skin, not because they had a PhD, a doctorate degree, not because they had went to college." That the black man is mad about. He mad about his own woman going to get a higher education just to get a job, and still didn't get paid as much as people that didn't look like her got paid, but benefited from affirmative action. It's gone. So guess what they just did? Checkmate to the white woman. Hello, did you hear me? White man checkmated the white woman. He knew. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot another talking point. Child support. The black woman taking all us to child support. When that was started by a white man because his mother was not getting child support from his father. That was never started to benefit black folks. Y'all need to wake up and y'all do your own research. You get led down the darkest alley and get bumped in the head and won't know what the hell happened to you because you're listening to everybody else instead of doing your own research. Half of these laws were never put into play for the black woman. But the white man has checkmated his white woman. And while you got all of these black men wanting to have the power and the authority of the people who this kingdom is falling, the shift is happening, this land is dying, and they have podcasts proclaiming to want to have not a modern woman, wanting to have a traditional woman, when all along, black women ain't never been a traditional woman. Because we ain't never sat on the lawn and had our maids come serve us tea at noon. You see, the traditional woman is what the white woman had been fighting all those years. Although she had a traditional life, her husband went to work and she stayed at home. But she didn't do what the black man has in mind, cooking and cleaning, and because she had a maid. And the maid cooked and cleaned. While she basked in her femininity. But you have the delusional black men who have eaten all of that script of the agenda, thinking and saying, I want a traditional wife, when they don't even know what a traditional wife is, because the black woman has never been a traditional wife in the sense of, you have some black women who have had maids in their houses helping to take care of the children. But in the mindset of the black men and the black culture today, their traditional wife goes to work, pays half of the bills, gives them good sex, cooks and cleans, take care of the children, and take care of whatever else, and repeat. And repeat. When in actuality, the tradition of a housewife was just that. We're gonna we're gonna see something. We're gonna see something, y'all. When the tradition of the housewife in America that the black man claims that he wants, he's looking at a structure of his oppressor, was the white woman had a maid, had bridge parties, went out to get her hair done, her nails done, went grocery shopping, or sent her maid grocery shopping. But this white woman wanted to become independent. Therefore, she wanted to work and become independent. That independence did not start with Beyonce, quiet as it's kept. And she broke away from that traditional feminine role. But the white man has checkmated her after yesterday's hearing was overturned. With Roe, what was I just saying? Affirmative action. You see, what is going to happen is they're going to, yeah, a lot of black folks is getting ready to lose their job. A lot of us corporate people like me, I lost my, I was fired back in what, March? And I just didn't get there because of my black skin. Okay? And I damn sure wasn't a gatekeeper, because I helped a lot of people, quiet as it's kept. They didn't even have the degree or didn't even have to put in the work that I had to put in. But it's about to go down. Mark my words. After they get rid of all of you black women and men in these high paying gigs, because you forgot a crash is imminent. After they get rid of you because there's no diversity in the workplace anymore, they don't have to do all of this flipping and flopping that they were doing, although they still made you go over and beyond just to mark their check mark. They don't have to check that mark anymore. Once they wing y'all up out of their facilities, the one who they really want to bring back into control is the white woman. Mm-hmm. You know, the one that yet was over the black woman or black men in the workplace. but always was hitting that glass ceiling. She couldn't go higher than most white men, or she still didn't get paid as much as the white man. Ooh. Well, they're coming for her next. And once they come for her, you see, they want their patriarchy to be strong again. Make America great. Y'all remember that slogan? Well, that wasn't just about how they treated black folks back in the day. It was about their great patriarchy, their power structure. So now that this affirmative action, workplace diversity is out the window, a lot of white women will be out of the jobs that they held, because now it's going to be more dominated once again with the white man, with for his last hurrah in the dominancy of this realm. You, my black brothers, have been hoodwinked. And so those white women, like it says in the Bible, I'm referring to the corporation of America. It says these nations of people will turn back unto their own nation of people. You see, those white women are going to turn back to their white men. Holla back if you hear me. Those white women are going to turn back to their white men, because every move they made on the game of chess in their favor has been knocked off the board. And so, therefore, while you black men and a lot of people thought that some of these laws were set up for black women, and black women abuse the welfare system, black women abuse uh, abortions, black women abuse child support, when all of these laws were established for the white woman, listen and listen close. They're getting ready to turn back onto their own nation. And these passport bros and these people who are proclaiming and spouting off about, well, let's start over. The other nation of women, they are not going to want to start over with you, brothers, because they will turn onto their own nation of people as well. Because you won't have the grounding, nor the footing, nor the popularity of being with a brother either. Mark my words. I've told you about this agenda, and it's slowly coming to pass. And the Bible, most importantly, has told you that these nations will turn back unto their own nation of people. You've been hoodwinked. You've been hoodwinked. And we shall see what is going to be said now. We should definitely see, because nothing is going to be getting better. It's only going to be getting worse. So, I know that was a lot to unpack, but I wanted to go slow with this breakdown of what I see and how I see the agenda unfolding, and how Israel otherwise known as black men, will be affected. And I pray that they will see the light and stop spewing out this genocide plan that they think that they can start over. There is no starting over with nothing, because the Most High is going to separate and purify. And that is happening right before your very eyes. And I'm out. I hope you guys have a great evening. It is beautiful out here, nice and cool. And I'm the only one. No, I'm not the only one out here, but um, I hope you guys have a blessed evening. And I hope that if you are Israel, if you are a man, wake up and see the plan for what it is. I'm out, and much